Hey everybody, I'm John. I collect cards. Hope you're having a great week. It's Wednesday, November 9th. Um, Another baseball season over. Congratulations, Astros. As much as it pains me to say that, I guess, being a Yankees fan. But, they were clearly the best team in the playoffs this year and for pretty much across the season, at least in the American League for sure. It'll be a long off season. And, I'm already looking forward to spring training because getting back into the baseball card hobby has really gotten me back into baseball in general. I don't care if the World Series was one of the lowest rated TV wise of all time. That's still I love the game. It's a different game in terms of it's all about home runs and there's too many strikeouts. It seems like there's not enough contact hitting, yada yada yada. But maybe that'll change at some point. Maybe the title'll swing back. But anyway, baseball's over, long live baseball, so to speak, and look forward to next spring. But this is my 50th video, and I have nothing showing here on camera yet as I'm talking here. I'll show a couple of cards here shortly. This is my 50th video. It's hard to believe. I started this early this year. It's been a very interesting journey just to, talk about my enjoyment of collecting baseball cards again. And so, and I have also exceeded 100 subscribers, which is even more hard to believe. And I thank you if you are a subscriber, and I thank you for just watching this video in general. But I thought it would be good for my 50th video to talk about one player who, I really haven't talked much about at all, if ever, on any of my videos, and that is the head honcho of the hobby, number 7, Mickey Mantle, as one Mel Allen kind of phrased it at his retirement ceremony back in 1969 on Mickey Mantle Day at the Yankee Stadium. I had not really dived into Mickey Mantle cards because, it's Mickey Mantle. That's just at another tier in terms of my collecting, in terms of what I could swing or what, just realistically. But, I thought, it's as the season wore on, I'm like, I think it's finally time to explore what I can do there and finally add a Mick to my collection. So I dipped a couple of toes in the water first, and by that I mean I picked up a card like this, which is a 1962 Switch Hitter Connects. Just got it in my LCS. Kind of a cool card. I'm not a super fan of 62, but this is kind of a cool card. So just picked this one up for, I don't know, 20, it might have been like 20 to 25 bucks, something like that. Just a cool card to have. I'm like, okay, it's not a real Mantle, so to speak, and then it's not as, base card. It's more of like the equivalent of an insert or something. It's not really an insert, it's numbered in the regular set, but I thought, okay, here's my first toe in the water of really having a Mantle. So there's that one. And then later in the summer, I dipped another toe in the water and dropped all of, I think, 10 bucks and picked this up at an LCS. I think I might have gotten it here in my local one. I actually can't remember where I got this one. I definitely got it in person. I did not buy this off eBay. This is a 1969 checklist. So in some ways, I can't remember what his base card number is in 60. There it is. Now, I knew he was on this one. It's number 500. So I guess this is his penultimate Topps appearance during his playing career, although actually he was retired in 69. So from a regular Topps set, this is his penultimate card, number 412, being pictured on the checklist of the 5th series. But, like I said, those were just toes in the water. And so a few weeks ago, I found myself watching an auction on eBay for a card that really is, to me, one of my 3 favorite Mantle Topps cards. And lo and behold, I actually won the auction. Gulped a little bit, but really wasn't I've spent more on raw card auctions collecting my 54 set. But at the same time, I was like, holy crap, I just literally bought my first real Mantle. And it's, and when I say it's a 1, it is a 1, as I'm about to show. But it's still cool to have a PSA graded 1 even of a Mickey Mantle. And it's from his, again, I think so there are 3 pictures overall that I really love of the Mantle series. I'd say my third favorite is 1963 Topps, with the one that has like the kind of the facade of the stadium in the background. It's an awesome shot of him. And my number two card, well, it's a real battle for number one and two of my favorite images of Mantle's base cards. 1967 Topps is one of the two. I really love his 67 card, just kind of just like that face-up shot, like in the dugout or something. It's just a great shot and just a cool card. But right there as number 1A, or number one in general, is this one. Now, a lot of people like 1956 Topps. I'm not a big fan of the 56 set, but the one after that, I love this picture of him. This is just like classic Mick, swinging pose. 1957 Topps, number 95. And boy, is it a one. But I ended up winning this auction. And I thought I would finally show it. It got to me probably 4 to 6 weeks ago. I've had it now. But I thought finally I'd show it in just a little quick video here. But, you can see that impressive paper loss. I mean, the paper loss is so extensive there, here on the left, that I call it impressive. It's so much. But you know what? The image itself is pretty well centered, which kind of like drew me to it initially when I saw it on eBay. And the worst creases are not like on his face. So that's kind of also, it's like there's almost a quadrant right here of creases where he's just affected more by pretty decent amount of paper loss, but not like a crease going whoosh across his face or anything. So that's why I kind of followed this auction and ended up putting a bid on it, and I got it for just over $200. So, which I think, along with what PSA was, where the falls in the PSA guide, it's a little less, I think, than what it's been. So maybe it's a sign that vintage is also down a bit, or just leveling off, which is probably makes sense. But here's the back real quick. Again, it's got, I've seen, there are some really nice ones I've seen of this card that could be threes for all, but are graded ones for whatever reason. And then I've seen ones that are even worse than this one that have like corners really eaten away. Here they're just really rounded. But again, it's a beautiful card. I still love it. It's my first Mickey Mantle. And so I thought I'd show that. And I'd love to hear in comments below, what was your first Mickey Mantle that you picked up? I'd love to know about it. Jot down the comments, or even do your own video. I'd love to, and you just let me know that you made one or something. I'd love to hear others' stories about their collecting their first Mick. So with that, I will sign off from here. Have a great rest of your week. Take care.